Hi, my name is Joy, and I'm the Community Nutrition Educator here at Foundation Health and Wellness in Lubbock, Texas. We're going to tackle one area of your kitchen at a time in each of these videos. So I encourage you, grab some paper and a pen or pencil so that you can take notes as we go along and take stock of what you have in your kitchen. What is the point behind a kitchen clean out? Taking an analysis of what you have enables you to use what you have because you know what you have on hand. If you don't know what you have on hand in your kitchen, then how can you possibly use it? Secondly, it's a fantastic opportunity for healthy swap-ins. For example, maybe you've used a certain kind of mayonnaise for years and years, but haven't realized, is this the most nutritious option? So taking an analysis of what you have in your kitchen allows you to see what healthy swap-ins you might need to do. And most importantly, a kitchen clean out enables you to cook at home. You can invite your family into the process of cleaning out the kitchen with you. You get to understand what kind of things you typically have in your kitchen, what things you might need to purchase, what you need to swap in for healthier alternatives, and you get a few solid ideas of how you can enjoy those in your cooking habits over the next few weeks. Today, we are tackling your fridge. So grab your pen and some paper and take 3 to 5 minutes, don't spend any longer than that, and take a quick scan of what you have in your fridge right now. What do you see that you might swap out initially? What do you see that you haven't seen in a while? Are there any gaping holes of certain foods that you love to have on hand, or food types that you might not have on stock right now, such as eggs, or cut veggies, or cooked rice? I'm going to review a few key ingredients. You could almost think of it as a checklist of helpful staples that you might need to have in your fridge. So maybe you already have them on your list, maybe you need to add them to your grocery list. So first of all, let's look at vegetables. I talk a lot about veggies because they are so nutrient dense and they bring balance to your plate as well as wonderful variety. What veggies do you and your family enjoy having on hand? Maybe you listed cabbage, bell peppers, spring mix, zucchini. Well, whatever your list is, select 3 of these to have on hand at all times. These are your staples that you want to make sure that you have in your fridge. If you can, please purchase organic vegetables for the best quality. Milk. Raw milk is an amazing source of nutrients, of vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K, as well as beneficial bacteria for your gut health. And it is a good source of calcium too. If you make your own kefir, you can use raw milk. But if you make your own kefir and you're going for a more budget-friendly route, you can still use pasteurized milk to make a wonderful, nutrient-dense kefir because the fermentation process helps remove a lot of the damage done to milk during the pasteurization process. Now, if your family needs non-dairy milk options, do you have coconut milk or almond milk on hand? The key for these is to choose an organic version and unsweetened plain versions. You can flavor it up with your own healthy sweeteners that we will get to in a later video. Next on the list are carbs that need chilling. So this could be brown rice that you bought in the refrigerator section. Again, look for organic, or any kind of grain that you need to store in a chilled space. Maybe you have fresh milled products, fresh milled breads that you don't want to sit on the counter for the rest of the time. Put them in the fridge as well. Or maybe you have sweet potatoes that you don't want to ripen too fast. You can put those in your fridge too. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are wonderful sources of cultured dairy. Again, these do provide some beneficial bacteria, but are an excellent source of protein. For these, make sure to look out for those unsweetened plain versions too. Pasture-raised eggs. These can keep about 3 to 5 weeks as long as they're not cracked and they're still in the shell. These are an excellent source of nutrients, and we have local vendors who can provide these for you. So reach out to me if you have questions about local vendors for pasture-raised eggs. Meat that you are thawing. This is an important item on your checklist for your fridge too, because it takes a little bit of planning ahead. Put the meat that you're thawing on the bottom shelf of your fridge and give it 1 day to thaw and then cook it. If you have raw poultry or raw ground meat, it'll last about a day or 2 in your fridge per the recommendations from the USDA. But if you have whole cuts of meat like steaks, chops, or roast, those will keep about 3 to 5 days in your fridge. Again, keep those meats on the bottom shelf of your fridge to prevent any cross-contamination, and cook them as soon as you can and cook them to their appropriate internal temperature. I will have a link in the description of this video for proper internal cooking temperature requirements for different kinds of meat. Where are the leftovers in your fridge? Leftovers, again, as we've talked in previous videos, you can view them as new-overs because they provide wonderful variety and nutrition for your meals, and they're very budget-friendly. These are important. Where are they in your fridge? If you have leftover soup or casserole or any dish, you can divvy it up into smaller containers and put it on the top shelf or top shelves of your fridge. It'd be best to date it because leftovers are recommended to stay in your fridge about 3 to 4 days. For those leftovers, as soon as they have cooled and you put them in the smaller containers, go ahead and put them in the fridge as soon as possible in order to keep them out of the temperature danger zone, which is 40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. What else might you have on the list in your fridge? I'd love to hear about it and what healthy swaps you might be interested in making. For a helpful activity, look at our recipe Mediterranean egg salad. What ingredients here do you have in your fridge that you could make? Maybe you could swap and tweak it with certain ingredients that you have on hand. Some creativity and using the food that you know that you have in your fridge can really bring great variety and nutrient-dense meals for you and your family.